Thanks for logging on to monstergardens.com. We're here to talk to you about Quest dehumidifiers. These are some of the industry standard dehumidifiers, and we love them here at Monster Gardens. The big thing about these guys is they're proudly made in America. They've been making these dehumidifiers for over 25 years, and they're made in Madison, Wisconsin. So the cool thing about them is they have a 5-year warranty, and they have great technical support. So we're here to talk to you about every one of their units today. Well, many of you that go into hardware stores or hydroponic stores may see some smaller portable units, such as this guy right here. And this is totally fine. It's going to do the same thing that any of these other ones are. It's just we're here to talk to you about efficiency. Power's expensive, everybody. Water's expensive. And so we want to talk to you how we can be efficient. And finally, there's a commercial grade and hobby grade unit that's out that's perfect for this industry. We love Quest dehumidifiers here, and we're here to talk to you exactly why. Dehumidifiers work best when there's warm air being drawn into them. And where's the warm air? Generally above your grow lights. Moisture levels are pretty much the same on the ground as they are up high. It's just the amount of water that's in the air itself. Also, when you look at these, you're gonna see it says Duel on every one of these units. And you're thinking, why is it Duel? Is it because of the Duel application? Well, yes, that's true. These can be used both overhead as well as on the floor. But if you look in the back and the front side of these, you're gonna see a Duel exhaust. And the cool thing about that is you actually have the luxury to hook ducting to it and run it to separate spots of the room. So you could essentially dehumidify different areas at the same time, or you could even keep these outside the room if you have limited space and duct them inside. And actually the other thing you're going to notice is on the sides of these units, there's going to be a universal filter. The only one on this one that's actually not going to be universal is this one here, and it's because it's actually 14.5 inches, so it's made to go in between studs at a 16-inch length. This one right here you can special order at monstergardens.com, and as well as these other ones you can get replacements at monstergardens.com. So those of you out there that are wondering how exactly do you replace your pre-filter on the Quest dehumidifiers, well, this one's really cool. It just has this little magnet here that pulls right off, and then you just slip the pre-filter right out. Really easy. Really easy. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to show you these pre-filters right here. And I don't know if you can see it up close on the camera, but it is a pretty porous screen. As you can see, it's not really going to catch much at all other than pretty large sized dust particles. So the problem with that is in a grow room, you're going to suck powdery mildew right into the thing. And if you look at this filter here you can see here, just like you would on a furnace filter or an air conditioning filter in your house, it is a much tighter micron, meaning that it's going to actually catch more of the dust particles, even bugs if they might be trying to creep into your room, especially powdery mildew and other mold spores. Thank you, Quest, for finally making a great pre-filter to put into your units. We really appreciate that. Okay, so you're wondering exactly when should I change my pre-filter on my dehumidifier? Here at Monster Gardens, we recommend every cycle or at least every 6 months. And this is pretty common. You can just do this on your regular maintenance in between cycles to where you're cleaning the room, fogging the room, doing all those preventative measures so that way you can set yourself up for the next run. It's going to extend the life of your filter, but more importantly, it's going to let better airflow into the unit. Another common topic that many people talk about the Quest dehumidifiers is the spout right here. So it's really nice that it comes with a 3/4 line compared to the 3/8 that come on many of the other ones that I've seen. So you're going to allow a lot more flow of water when you're using these larger units. So the cool thing about this is it actually can go both gravity or into a condensate pump. So what many people do that hang these overhead is they basically pop it in the corner or right above their reservoirs and they run the line right into the res. You could in turn do it into a condensate pump and then pump that wherever it needs to go. The most fail-safe way to do this is actually to put it gravity fed right into the reservoir. And the cool thing about that, with the hot topic of water conservation, is you're going to be able to reuse your water. The amount of water that your plants are transpiring through their leaves is going to get right back into the reservoir through the dehumidifier. So being able to reuse your water is a really good way that you can conserve water as well as lower your carbon footprint. The cool thing about these units is when they do shut off, they are very efficient, unlike other ones that have a really hard startup and could potentially trip your breaker. These ones right here pull very little power and very efficient on the use. This is the Quest 155 Duel. It does 155 pints per day and it pulls 8 amps. When you break it down, it pulls 7.3 pints per kilowatt hour. Very efficient. Next one down here we have the Quest 110 Duel. This pulls 110 pints per day, pulls 7.4 amps, and it does about 3.8 pints per kilowatt hour. So the Quest 105 Duel, this is the world's greatest dehumidifier. This is the one that we see to be the world's best dehumidifier, both for commercial and residential applications. The 105 Duel pulls 4.9 amps and removes 8.8 pints per kilowatt hour. Wow, that's efficient. The 205 Quest pulls 13.2 amps and removes 5.7 pints per kilowatt hour. So what many of you viewers are going to notice is actually this really cool display we have this on. It's called Unistrut, and until monstergardens.com has this on our website, you can pick this up at your HVAC specialist. It comes stock at 20 feet and you can get it cut to your specifications. We find this to be a really good application for mounting the dehumidifiers as well as your grow lights and or carbon filters, because they're made to hold a lot of weight. So to ensure that this doesn't fall on top of your head or onto your plants inside your room, we really recommend you guys get a very sturdy mount. The portable units they have are very cool. The thing I like about them is they have a built-in condensate pump. So the spout that comes out the back is actually relatively low to the ground, but you don't have to worry about it because it has a 30-foot water line that can go as far as you need it to go. You need to go a little further than the 30 feet that it comes stock with. It has a really easy, quick connect to it that will just link up multiple hoses. They have really heavy-duty wheels so you can wheel it around even if you're in a greenhouse or a pretty rural area. So we have over here on this far side the Quest Power Drive 4000. The Power Drive 4000 removes 176 pints per day and pulls about 10 amps. Over here on the other side, we have the Quest Power Drive 1300. This one's going to remove 64 pints per day and only pulls 5 amps. In the very back here, you can see the Quest RDS 10. This here is going to remove 80 pints per day and only pulls 5.1 amps. So we want to thank everybody at Quest for talking to us about these units for all this time, and we had a really good time at the Maximum Yield Show this year talking about this, and so we wanted to relay all the information out to you guys out there. So from everyone here at monstergardens.com, thanks for watching.